coach of Army football, Jeff Monken. Coach, first off, officially welcome to the American. Looking forward to having you all join the conference for the 2024 season. We saw the extremely positive response on social media externally, but how was the news received inside the walls at Army when you told the team?
Our guys that are going to be coming back next year are certainly excited about that. Obviously, we've got a season going on right now, and other fish to fry, as they say. But our guys that are going to be here, our young players, the junior class and below, are really excited about the opportunity to join a great league.
Speaking of opportunities, in terms of exposure, competition, recruiting, what does the American really provide you and your program?
Just the exposure. I think having the rivalries that will be developed as we go through the years, and our fans will get excited about it. Certainly, I think that the national recruiting brand that we have, we recruit all 50 states, and we actually have 39 different states represented on our roster right now this year. So as I said in the video, nothing more American than that. So our players are excited about being able to travel and play at all the different venues that make up the American Conference, and it's tremendous universities. It's super competitive, and it's going to be a real challenge for us, but we're excited for the opportunity.
You mentioned the word rivalries. There's no bigger rivalry in college football than Army and Navy. And while this will be a non-conference game moving forward, what impact does it have on the rivalry being in the same conference?
Oh, I'm not really sure. I'm going to be interested to see if it changes any part of it at all. It's such an incredible game. There's an atmosphere that's like no other. Um, the intensity on that day is greater than any sporting event, any competition that I've ever been a part of, and it's like that every single year. It never changes. So it's a great game, and I'm glad that we're able to keep that date as just the Army Navy game, and play the rest of the conference as our conference games. It'll be interesting because we don't always have a lot of common opponents. So being an independent and Navy being in the American Athletic Conference over the years, there hasn't been a lot of crossover. So it'll be interesting to see how that affects maybe our scouting of each other.
I had my opportunity to attend my first one back in 2019. The pageantry, the tradition, there's nothing like it. Also at West Point, too, the game day experience, certainly very special. Certainly American fans are going to want to make the trip and see their teams play Army in 2024 and beyond. What can they expect of the game day experience in West Point?
Now, every American should visit West Point. It's an incredible place. We get millions of visitors every year. Uh, I believe this is the nation's most beautiful college campus. Certainly, perhaps the most historic. All of the Revolutionary War history that you're able to see here and to tour and to see this incredible campus and the buildings and the scenery and our cadets. There's nothing that makes this campus and this institution more special than our cadets, and they're what America has to offer, the very best of what America has to offer, and young men and women that have made a pledge to serve our nation. So we're going to be really proud to show it off to everybody in the conference.
It's a place that certainly has maintained tradition, but since you took over this job 10 years ago, how has your role as head coach at Army West Point evolved?
Well, one of the reasons I took this job was to have an opportunity to influence these young men and women that will serve our nation in the Army, to influence soldiers and their families. And I know that my leadership goes well beyond our locker room, and that's an incredible sense of responsibility, and really was an attraction to this job, and it continues to be a daily motivation for me to motivate and inspire these young men and women through my leadership to serve our nation and to be an inspiration to soldiers.
Coach, thank you for the time today and best of luck. You have part one of the Commander-in-Chief's trophy here this week. We appreciate you taking the time here during Air Force Week to join us.
Got to do it. Beat Air Force and beat Navy.
Thanks, Coach.